This week on Country Music Junkies, we have Canadian country music artist Mike Butler on the phone. Mike, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Well, we're really pleased to chat with you because we're really excited about the release of your debut EP. It's available on iTunes, so fans, you can definitely check that out. You can also visit him at mikebutlermusic.com. But I want to know a little bit about this album and what we can expect to hear from it.
Yeah, well, it's a 6-song EP, and songs written by myself, and some of them are co-writes with other writers from Canada and from down in Nashville. And my style of writing, I don't know, people compare it sometimes as if it's Paisley-esque.
Okay.
Obviously,
that's quite a compliment.
I know. Well, I think it's more of a style thing. I would never say, I'm as good as or anything like that. But it's, I think that's sort of kind of accurately describes what I go for with my writing, is stuff from trying to be witty as best I can and telling stories, stuff like that.
One of the things I know about your music is that you are really interested in portraying an authentic story in all of your music. So how important is it for your fans to get kind of the real side of Mike Butler?
Yeah, I'd say it's important. One thing being that I don't know. I think that if I was doing anything that was fake or unauthentic, people would probably see right through me. I'm not cool enough to pull off, faking things and getting away with it. So I think that's definitely what you can expect. Is what you see is what you get.
Now, I want to jump kind of back in time a little bit because I understand that this whole music career thing kind of happened in a very random way. Like, you went from being in school, studying math, studying economics, to having this newfound love of country music and deciding that you wanted to do it for a career. So can you take us back to that time and what you were thinking and how this all came together for you?
Yeah, definitely. I grew up listening to a lot of music and was playing stuff from a young age, piano and a little bit of guitar. My mom's a musician, so I kind of had that coming from her.
Perfect.
Whether I liked it or not, unfortunately, I did like it. So it was something I kept going all through high school and in university. I went to Queens in Kingston, Ontario, and all my life I've been listening to music that was good songwriting, stuff like the Beatles, a lot of classic rock. I was huge into Springsteen and Jimmy Buffett and that kind of music. And then when I was at Queens, some pals of mine, some guys I lived with and friends of mine from Alberta, they were listening to the country music, right? And it was just something that really hadn't been exposed to me as much before. And I started hearing it first when we'd be out at parties, having a couple drinks on the weekend before we head out. And I was just wondering what this fun music was that I didn't know, and how come these guys were having so much fun and they were allowed to sing about such simple songs, And so that's kind of what drew me at first. And then as I started listening more to, I think my first artist I was huge into was probably Toby Keith and Brooks and Dunn. And I was finding these guys who were singing these great party songs also had these, amazing love songs and these deep stories that they were telling. And I found, having this double, they could cover the whole spectrum. And I love that they were able to do all that, be serious at one point and then turn around and have a ton of fun on the next song.
Absolutely. Now, your self-titled debut EP, can we expect to hear kind of a mixture of, the love songs and then the upbeat, fun drinking songs?
Yeah. We got a couple drinking tunes on there, and then a couple, some love songs and stories, accounted from my own sort of past that I wanted to put to music. And it kind of shoots all over the range in that sense. It's all me, and I think it all kind of flows together well, which is great. And we use, I put together the same group of musicians for the whole project, so I think it really, sonically it flows smoothly. But I think it's a nice mix of all that, so you're not getting all party music or all, sad love songs.
Excellent. Well, that's great. Now, fans, again, you can check out mikebutlermusic.com, and you can find his self-titled debut EP on iTunes. Now, Mike, if fans want to connect with you, can they do so on social media?
Yeah, definitely. You can get me on Twitter, Butler_Mike. Same with Instagram, Butler_Mike. And I'll be on Facebook. Just look at Mike Butler Music, and my website is mikebutlermusic.com.
Perfect. Well, Mike, thank you so much for chatting with us today. We appreciate it. And good luck with the upcoming tour later this, or I guess the start of this month.
Yeah, it'll be later on in February. We head out west and hit Vancouver, Lethbridge, Regina, Saskatoon, and Edmonton.
Excellent. Well, good luck with that. And thanks so much for chatting with us today.
Thanks so much for having me. I'll talk to you soon.